Okay, you guys, this is part 2 of the Crazy Laser guys pencil jig. As you see, all my names are typed up. I'm praying this is gonna work. I have not moved my jig. Um, Now I'm going to do my engrave settings. I am doing manual 1000, 100, and 195. I'm actually donating these to a girl here. She's a teacher at a local school in State College. I offered to donate her a set of pencils for her classroom, and she was only able to give me the first names, and that is fine. I understand that there's privacy there. And I'm hoping, since I did this donation, that she will put it on her Facebook page and show that how these pencils turned out, and maybe I will get more sales from them. I've always lived by the philosophy that you have to give in order to make money. So I think there were 17 or 8 of these in her classroom. Don't mind my messy craft room. I am trying. It's a work in progress. We just got a remodel done of our home, and I'm still, unfortunately, trying to get my craft room set back up. Everything got shoved in it before it was completely set back up. I'm sure you guys understand how that goes if anybody has done a remodel or moved into a different residence. But hopefully soon I will get it back in order the way that I want it. And if anybody has any feedback on these settings, please, by all means, don't be afraid to. Oh, and then when I do this, I have to ignore. I went down here. I have to ignore this because that's already cut. I went up here to ignore. So all my settings and the numbers are completely different, but they're at 1,000, 100, and 195. Oh, that one says full, so we have to make that one 100. And always double check. I've learned that recently, to always double check my settings. Alright, they're all in. All the names are in. The pencils are already there. The machine is on. Gonna shut that lid on the bad boy. Yes, I have a window looking out. It's kind of nice having that in my craft room. It is centering. So my snacks. My customers enjoys their goodie bags. When anybody makes a purchase, I take a Ziploc baggie. There's usually the little Hershey candies or the snack size candy bars, Reese cups, something, honey grams, crackers, bags of chips, all kinds of just little cheaper things. And my people actually love that. They actually always post on my page how they loved their item, but most importantly, they loved their goodie bag. And honestly, I think it keeps them coming back because it's the little things that people enjoy. And I'm sure some of you can acknowledge that. And when I see things at the dollar store on sale or multiple items, I usually grab them and throw just a little something in my goodie bags. You see, there are my pencils. I'm not sure down here. It looks like, I don't know, something looks different down there. So I'm not sure how to fix that. So I'm gonna go on a whim because I did actually get these pencils cheaper. So I'm just gonna try, if anybody has any input, how to fix. It doesn't, well, now it does look better. Did even everything looks evened up? Well, no, Reagan's not. So I'm gonna go on a whim. It says 8 minutes to engrave all them. Wish me luck. I'll show you guys some of this. Ooh, that one was off, that bottom one. The way it looks. Well, maybe it doesn't look too bad because it does go over it. So I guess it doesn't look too bad. It worked, that bottom one. That's one I was worried about. And if anybody wants, my YouTube page is Big Bad Zoe the Roddy, because she's being trained as a service dog for me. I was in a car accident in 2015, and that's when I actually started all of this. I had a lot of downtime because I was not able to go back to work. It has been very depressing because I worked 40, 50, 60 hours. I love my job working in healthcare. I have not been able to work since. It has bothered me a lot. I've accepted the fact now, so I'm not near as bitter as what I once was, because I was just mad at the world for a while because I could not work. I have a spinal injury, neck and cervical issues, but I can walk, so that's a plus. We're not sure, because the day probably will come that I cannot, and I'm not thinking about that day. I have a pain pump in my abdomen, and this just helps supplement my income, you know. Being younger, I wasn't able to work a whole lifetime like several people are that is on disability or get retirement. So I have a limited income, and this gives me the ability to make up for the difference. So I'm enjoying it. And my customers have been amazing. They know my situation, so I have a lot that always keep purchasing from me. And what's nice is they always give me these little, when I quote, tips, a little extra, because they know that a lot of my income goes into my medical account, because I have a pain pump in my abdomen that I get morphine and bupivacaine that actually has me walking. And it's every 7 weeks I have to get my pain pump filled, and it costs 13 grand, a little over 13 grand. My insurance pays 80% of that, so we have the rest to do, and we do fundraisers, all sorts of fundraisers throughout the year. And we're actually getting ready to do something different. We've had some businesses here locally donate items, and we're actually going, because we're having a hard time getting a building because so many buildings are booked, so to do a bingo. So we actually are going to try to do, we're going to make something on Facebook, a group, and it's going to be like a live type auction thing. So if anybody's ever interested, please just say the word and we'll add you to that. You can just message me. And I hope Jamie does not mind me putting this in our group page. But I'm also going to upload this to Zoe, my dog's YouTube page. So you guys can watch her shenanigans. You can like, subscribe, share. We're actually doing a contest, and if she would win, there's like 3 runner-ups, and it's in the state of Pennsylvania. She would get, the first one is a dog food supplied for a year. The second one, and there's a couple first prize winners. Then there's dog treats, it's pictures, you know, X amount of dog food, blah, blah, blah. But we have to have X amount of subscribers and X amount of watch hours, so if you guys don't mind checking it out. She is my co-pilot, my partner in crime. She goes everywhere with me, because that's part of her training. She's in my craft room often. So today she's actually not feeling well. She has a UTI, and we have to keep her healthy as possible. So she's just chilling in her cage today. But this is the pencils, and it actually looks pretty good. I think I did a fairly good job. I'm proud of myself. Well, Zachary, it went over onto the, and Luther did a little bit also, so I think what I have to do is make my names a little bit smaller. Darn it. But if you guys care to like and subscribe to our YouTube page, share it please, because that's kind of what helps people see some of Zoe's shenanigans. And we have just a very few training videos, because it's just been basic training so far. We're going to get into more intense training, so keep an eye. There's not often you see a Rottweiler as a service dog, and she is doing absolutely amazing. I can't begin to tell you guys how amazing she has been doing. Big bad Zoe the Rottie. And this, when you get on this video, that takes you right to her page, because I'm going to upload this on her page. Thank you guys. And if anybody ever wants to make a donation to our, we do bingos. This time it's going to be like an auction type thing. If anybody wants to make a donation, just message me. Anything is greatly appreciated, so message me. We try to do something 2 to 3 times a year. I have a shirt that I designed, and Zoe's picture is also on my shirt. It's Team Crystal and Zoe, and there's a little thing on the front, and on the back it has a spinal cord injury awareness flag in lime green. They are $25, and all the proceeds to the shirts actually go towards Zoe's training. So if anybody ever wants to make a donation, please just hit me up, message me on Facebook or here in these messages, and it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. These actually did turn out really well. I might have to redo Zachary, but they actually did turn out really well, it looks like. And this jig, it's a cardboard jig, is from the Crazy Laser Dad, so I give him credit because, you know, that's where the jig came from. And my cardboard settings were 170/60 to cut. And if you guys seen the video from 2 days ago, I mean, it cut very easy, no issues. And I actually used my tweezers to pull out the pieces, because I have the pins down there and I use some tweezers to pull out the pieces. So if you guys get a chance, go check out that video that I posted on Jamie's page. But thanks guys for listening to my story. It just summed up pretty much most of it. My accident was in Maryland on Labor Day 2014 at 7 o'clock in the morning. I totaled a new car that I had for 6 months. I mean, but you know, at least I could walk. At the time, I had no feeling. When they put me in the ambulance, I had no feeling from my chest down. They had to call for a helicopter and flew me to Baltimore Trauma, and I was in there for 4 days. The night of the fourth night, fifth day, I literally felt someone touching my leg and heard them tell me it was going to be okay. I got up, went to the bathroom. My mother had passed away several years ago, and I honestly believe that my mother was there with me. And I mean, call me crazy. I used to think stuff like that was crazy, but I believe she was there with me, and that's what, helped me get up out of bed that morning, because I thought I was going to go home in a wheelchair, and I was angry. I was mad at everybody, and I told the doctors every day, I said, I cannot go home in a wheelchair. I said, I take care of people for a living. And he promised me that they would do what they could for me, and they were wonderful to me. All right, guys, that is it. I'm going to take these out. They look awesome. I mean, that one I'm not real thrilled. I might redo that one. They turn out fairly well. What do you guys think? Let me know. Give me some feedback, please. Maxwell. Owen. Here's the one I was worried about, Zachary. Actually, it's not too bad. I'm going to see if I can wipe that burning out. And since I'm donating these, it just might be okay. But I do want them to look professional. So, alright guys, that is it. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed my little video and my story. Thank you.